We're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Look, we're on the screen now too. Look, we got everything.
Woo.
Aren't we
welcome
fancy?
to very.
Yeah.
Welcome to an art stream.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to an art stream.
I'm talking to the audience, Chesh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So the idea is, since we weren't able to do our normal show today, which would have been Star Trek Adventures, but since we're also still in the early pre-production planning stages of the next campaign, that we would get some work done on character art for some NPCs. And so I wanted to do something where Chesh and I could combine our work on character art. And so what we're going to do is Chesh is going to be doing some 2D concepts and references for an NPC. And then I am going to do a later 3D character. And so the goal is to basically end today with a good reference that I can use to turn into a 3D character, which I will then, work on actual details and textures and materials and all that good stuff.
Hooray.
Oh, I'm echoing. I shouldn't be echoing.
You look fine on my end now, but I don't.
Maybe I'm on the wrong microphone? That's a possibility.
Oh, maybe you're coming through my end.
Drink
That would
for
be
Dapper's a
wacky.
professional.
No, I'm on the right microphone.
It must be me. That's wacky tobacco. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that on somehow with things and resources and stuff.
Oh, and I'm quiet, apparently.
You shouldn't. That's a lie. You can't
Well,
be
we'll see how
quiet
long-
and have an echo at the same time. That's fake news.
I think I
Hold
can.
Hold on, friends. I'm using a new microphone, so it might be futzing with stuff that I need to adjust that I didn't realize I need to adjust.
Apparently Zero One is also echoing.
Excuse me while my brain catches up to whatever
My,
I'm doing.
my microphone's muted most of the time.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go over here. Hold on.
I'll switch to headphones. That should fix it.
No, what? Oh. How about that? Does that work?
I don't know. Let's see. What did you do?
Is everything better?
What
I
did you
switched
do?
some of my outputs around, so it shouldn't be looping back now.
Well, let's see what the audience has to say.
I can turn this up a little bit if they're quiet. Okay, yeah, that's the right microphone. Better?
Yep, they say it's all good.
That's better? Yay!
Whoa, you're way bit louder than Dapper now. How did that happen? Hold on. Let's do this.
I moved my microphone a little bit better.
Oh.
Mhm.
Alright, talk, Dapper.
Hello, I am Dapper.
Is that better, everybody? Is that good?
They-
It looks
they're
good on
saying
my
it's good.
end. Okay. Fixed. Alright, sorry about that. That was probably my fault.
No,
Okay.
probably about it. It was definitely your fault.
Drink for Goblin Chaos.
Drink for
Yeah.
Goblin Chaos is a whole mood.
All right, so yeah, today we're going to make the image for, and we have to be very careful with this, right? Because we don't want to dishonor this person, right? We don't want to half-ass the name, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's very important. So
Yes.
today we're working on the 2D concept art for Fabricator Locum Archmagos Macrotek Samoel Caesennianus of Forge World of Avachrus. So
Okay.
I've given Chesh a whole bunch of concept art, or not concept art, references for various magi and archmagi and whatnot.
Yep.
And so, I don't know. Chesh, do an art.
Okay. I just am configuring something really
Nope,
quick.
no concentric circles, Chesh. No concentric circles.
All
Yeah.
right, I will be careful not to do too many concentric circles, and specifically not in a row.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Krita has a mirror view at the bottom now for like the thumbnails, so you can just flip your what? Look at this. Check this out. I'm doing this.
I can't see it.
And you'll see it, and then it goes boom. And I can just click the button without having to like go through the settings. Oh man, that's so cool. And look at the overview. The overview on the right hand corner. Oh, you guys can't see the overview because everybody's in the way. I've got an overview in the corner, and the overview doesn't change. The overview stays the same. Oh,
Nice.
That's so cool. Where the hell is the thing I want to change, though?
So
wanna
I do
change
that
something
in,
like
in
settings.
Photoshop, but I have to pop out an extra window to do that so I can have an overview that doesn't show me zooming and going around and doing stuff. But it required a little bit of extra setup.
No, that's not oil. Oh, my potato brush. There should be a setting in here somewhere that I'm trying to find, and I don't remember where it is. Oh, brush is probably in here.
Chesh is a professional, everyone.
Brush setting. Ah, I found it.
Look, most artists just flail wildly at the canvas until something appears.
Yes, which is what I'm intending on doing. But I want to change my. Oh, maybe it's in Krita actually. Configure Krita. Tablet settings. Ah, here we go. I'm just like have my brush setting was where I needed too much high pressure to do what I want to do for doing something like this. So the way I usually do like this kind of what we're doing, which is kind of more like it needs to start off really loose. And so I'm gonna blob junk and nonsense onto the canvas and then start shaping it. So it feels a little bit more like clay work until we get like a decent silhouette. And then once we have a decent silhouette, we can start working on our getting some line work done. So tell me a little bit about this guy that we're making.
All right, so gotta make sure I get it all right?
Yeah.
Fabricator Locum Archmagos Macrotek Samoel Caesennianus, a forger of the Avachrus. So this guy is basically one of the highest ranking tech priests that we've got in the setting. Not in like the whole galaxy, but in the part of the setting that we're gonna play in. There's only one person who really outranks him. And she is in charge of the whole planet, and he's sort of the second in command. He takes care of a lot of stuff that she doesn't need to worry about. Or maybe that she should worry about, but that he doesn't let her because he wants to do what he wants to do.
Spoilers.
So he's probably at least a few hundred years old. There's going to be probably not much of his original biology left, apart from most of his brain's probably still going to be organic. But other than that, pretty much been replaced by mechanics. So there's that. Let's see. The planet he lives on, Avachrus, is very high temperature. It is actually tidally locked to the star of the system. So there's no like day-night cycle. And let's see. So he's a Archmagos Macrotek, which means that he specializes in the construction of large-scale facilities. So he's a little bit of an architect by profession.
He's been playing Satisfactory.
Yeah, to a large extent, yeah.
Can we make him look a little bit like Craig?
I mean, if you can make someone who's mostly a robot look like Craig, yeah, sure, go for it.
I think we can do that because that man has been like in that game for days.
It's true. He has not stopped playing Factorio for quite a while. Although, to be fair, Factorial will do that to you.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. This was not a criticism, just a straight observation.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I was just doing before I switched to Monster Hunter because I have to build like 9 million of an item, and I'm just like, cool. I'm running out of room.
The
an open world.
The art itself will be the criticism. And how do we need a full body of this guy? Yeah.
Yes. Although, to be fair, he doesn't actually have a full body.
Right.
Technically, because of him having replaced most of it.
Right. Okay. Do you want me to share the stream or share the screen inside so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing faster, Dapper?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So you don't have to wait
like
for the thing to catch up. All right. There you go.
Awesome.
So far I'm kind of just going for like my brain is thinking of turtles.
Okay.
And like I'm thinking like all the references you sent me have hoodies. They've all got hoods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely sure why they all have hoods. Is there a reason they all have hoods besides the fact that they're fugly?
Religious garb. Those are basically vestments for, because these guys are all priests.
Okay. So
they're tech priests.
Right.
Chesh said hoodies, and now we're calling them religious garb, and now it's just like, okay, we're into cult territories now.
I mean,
it's the cult Mechanicus.
Yeah. I think the answer is correct.
Right. Yeah, but it's just when you refer to them as hoodies, you get more like "don't drink the Kool-Aid" vibes.
Oh, I was thinking by referring to them as hoodies, they're all teenagers.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
I do have a Mechanicus hoodie.
Dapper does have a Mechanicus hoodie. It's true. I can vouch for that. He showed it to me.
Yeah. You got one of the very rare Dapper selfies, because I do not take a lot of selfies.
I know. I get all of the rare Dapper things. Now he's got bug eyes. Can we make him cartoony and give him bug eyes?
No. I mean, so there's a really good chance that both of his eyes have been replaced by ocular implants.
Yeah.
So, like, we can certainly give him...
I was thinking about giving him goggles.
Yeah, goggles works for me.
I feel like these goggles are a little bit too big. We're going to bring them down a little bit. This is what I mean by saying, like, we keep it really loosey-goosey at the beginning, so we can make all these things really easily adjustable, so that way you're not committing to anything yet. There's no commitment.
Yeah.
So it's super loose, it's super whatever it's going to be until it's not.
As a man, I appreciate the low commitment.
Oh, yeah. Low to non-commitment. Non-committal.
Yes. Yeah.
Dapper have commitment issues. I don't think Dapper has commitment issues. I've seen some of it. You watched all of Power Rangers in a Discord. You're doing all of the things. How long have you been doing Kent with Bent? Like, I do not think Dapper has commitment. I feel like if Dapper has commitment issues with you as a woman, you might be the problem.
I'll just say there have been some women who were, in fact, the problem.
No, or a man. I don't know, whatever your sexual preference is. I wouldn't judge. I don't know.
I don't even.
With theropods, it's really hard to tell. There's not a lot of dimorphism there.
I'm sorry, but are you kidding me?
Is there a lot of?
With some theropods, I mean,
I don't know.
Well,
we're counting birds.
Yeah, I'm counting birds.
Okay, I guess I can't pull a Yek thing and not count birds.
Yeah, birds count as theropods, and there's a huge amount of sexual dimorphism in birds. Well, many birds, not all birds.
Is there a lot of sexual dimorphism in ostriches?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, not as much as in some birds, but the females tend to have sort of a dusty, grayish color, whereas the males tend to be very starkly black and white and much more strikingly colored.
My point being, though, The dimorphism is mostly in their feathers, and you don't have feathers.
That's true. I don't have feathers.
These eyes are gonna look.
Although
really
there's also
googly
sizes.
until I'm done making them into goggles.
I mean, that sounds good to me. I'm also in the background playing a little bit Orbound because I was gifted it, and I appreciate that.
That's pretty cool. I still
Yeah.
really want to make Dapper play Overcooked with me. At some point. I'll get it done.
Okay.
It's gonna be
You
one
got
of those
this. I
days
believe
where
in
you're like bored and not doing anything, but I'm busy and you're like, I'm bored, and I'm like, alright, get on. Right now.
I'm bored. Come over.
My parents aren't home.
They're not. I mean, technically true. My
I don't
parents
know.
are not here. You could totally come over.
I've heard that I live in my mom's basement, so this only works one way.
Well, yeah, that's why you come over here, because my parents aren't here. Yours are there.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody recently asked me how far away I live from my mom, and I was like, no, she's just upstairs.
Well, I mean, you are only 17.
Yeah. Can't be living by myself at 17. That'd be hard.
Right.
Actually, to be honest,
Who
it
would
wouldn't be
make
that
you
much
your-
harder than, like, living not at 17. Not for me, at least.
I mean, I don't know.
I am currently fighting the Grand Monster Hunter critter, Bagel.
Bagel?
Oh.
His actual name's Basilgoose, but nobody calls him Basilgoose. They either call him Bagel or Bagel Goose or the big bad B-52 Bagel Bomber. He's fun. He's a big wyvern with exploding scales.
Oh. That explains
Sounds
the
like
bomb
some
part.
kind of a goober.
I like how these two are playing games and I'm working. This is some nonsense.
Hey, you can turn the table on me next time.
That's true. I could do that.
Yeah.
I
'Cause,
mean,
like-
I could do art, but that would absolutely get Dapper banned. Oh crap, Pickle's here. I have Bagel and Pickle.
Oh no. I got a shirt for Christmas from my sister that says pickles on it, and the back of it has a bunch of different types of pickle jars.
Well, if
Apparently
you look up,
Apparently, Sapphire Light's favorite monster is B-52.
that's who I'm fighting.
Good job,
Mine is
everybody.
great.
You did it.
Mine is Great Macau, with my favorite Elder Dragon being Ballstrax.
Very shouty.
But if you look up Monster Hunter Devil Joe, that's the one we call Pickle, and he very much looks like a cross between a T-Rex and a pickle.
Okay, so I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at my references, and most of them look like they have some kind of respirators. So I've put
Yes.
respirators, but I haven't put any tubes to the respirator yet.
I mean, that's something you can always do later.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm
thinking
pretty sure
about-
like random tubes that you can't quite figure the point out is kind of a requirement.
It does seem
Yeah.
like it based on the art you sent me, the reference art. Chesh will get caught by ice as soon as she crosses the border. That would probably catch
True,
her.
they're after goblins.
They're at the border. Canadian goblins specifically. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm super screwed. I feel like
They're all like, Canadians are unauthorized.
I feel like if this is clerical gear, it should kind of like be like this, where it's got like the over the shoulder like hanging. You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about a stole?
I don't know. I'm wise,
Well,
not
then I know.
intelligent. I don't know what things are called.
I think you're talking about a stole.
I don't know. It's on the screen. I'm painting it.
Well, it looks like a stole, but maybe
Right.
you're thinking of a scarf.
Play Pictionary with me, Dapper.
Ah,
Ah!
Alana.
Oh, no. You invited me here. Now you won't play with me.
This is a mutual decision.
You should be used to it, Chesh, since you're the emergency backup.
I am the emergency backup.
You're an emergency backup.
I'm the main emergency backup. Dapper just doesn't want to admit it because he doesn't want it to go to my head.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Listen, if I start finding out that people actually like me, everyone's in trouble.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to understand this. Like,
Pack it in, boys. It's time to go home.
yeah. We're gonna Audi 5000. I wouldn't be able to handle that kind of rejection. And McFly
Jeez.
over here.
Wow.
I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with this so far. Can you tell me what this guy's name is again?
This guy?
Yeah.
This guy is, he's the guy.
He's the guy.
He's Locum Archmagos, Fabricator Locum Archmagos Macrotek Samoel Caesennianus of Forge World of Avachrus.
And make sure that we say this enough times that,
Yeah.
Chesh is like the Emperor, do not worship me. The Emperor, the Lady of Pain. There's a handful of characters that are like that. It's like, no, don't like me. You're not supposed to like me. In fact, if you like me, cease and desist. If you don't, I'll flay you.
Stop it!
Stop.
Remember that time that the Emperor nuked an entire city because his son was like, you should totally worship the Emperor here? And he was like, no, don't. I'll nuke you if you do. And then he did it.
I mean, that seems like a good way to, like, if you were somebody who wanted to get rid of a place, if you could convince them to do that, to worship the Emperor, you would be able to take care of that pretty quick. Take care of that problem.
No, his son wanted that place there, though. That's the thing.
Well, his son's a fool, then. Like, what was he
Well,
thinking?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, if I wanted to get rid of a place,
I
I'd
mean,
convince them to worship the
let's
Emperor.
be honest. The number of stories where the Emperor's son is a fool is, pretty much vastly exceeding the number where he's not.
All of
That's
them.
kind of a standard trope.
Pretty much all of
Yeah.
them. So there's something I don't understand. And this is like more of a real life thing that I don't understand, and maybe you guys can help me understand it. I don't understand why people don't worship a giant mushroom. There isn't currently a widely known religion where people are worshiping a giant mushroom. And the reason I say this is because with what we know about mushrooms, there clearly should be a religion based around the giant mycelium network.
People just didn't know about it when most of the religions were being come up with.
Yeah, I would say that the giant mycelium network, if you take the cultures that are at the point where they would worship things like that, they also wouldn't really be able to identify that as being a giant mycelium network.
Okay, well, I am inventing it right now. Praise be the giant mycelium network.
Praise.
If you would like to join my cult/religion of the giant mycelium network, you already are actually part of it.
Oh, clever.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Ain't I a stinker?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You better tell me yes. You can't tell me no about something like that. It would hurt my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You said yes.
Oh, I don't.
All right.
Dude, I don't know.
Am I being too smart for Dapper right now?
Yeah. Dapper is under the influence of some things.
Dapper, no brain right now.
Brain off.
Brain off.
The wifey and I have successfully captured the big bad B-52 bagel bomber.
Congratulations.
I like his roar. They sampled an air raid siren for it.
Hello, Manya. It looks like Sapphire and Manya are looking at joining the Great Mycelium Network, and Metageeky is thinking about it, but they're allergic. That's okay. There'll be a subsection of the religion for you specifically.
Lieutenant Math Navigator says, for $2 says, isn't that just AWO worship with extra steps? I mean, yeah, basically.
Are you here to ruin my good time? Sounds like you're here to ruin my good time.
I mean, well, also Josh Wees has just gifted 5 top hats off memberships. Thank you so much. Who we got here? We got noise sending. I'm not sure. Actually loves Baha'i, Ian Kiambi, Natsu Fan Lisa, and CJ Lamoureux.
Now Jason is joining. All hail the great fungus. The mighty mycelium. Nice. Man, best religion ever. I'm hype.
I got no arguments.
I know. You can't argue with the Great Mycelium Network because you're part of it. It doesn't matter what you do.
Good point.
It's too late. There's no going back. It always existed. It always was, and always is, and always will be.
Whoa. It's like the Alpha and the Omega.
It is! Oh my god.
Alpha Legion detected. Deploy virus bombs.
Besides, I will be the most fun religious leader ever. But I need to find a hat.
Yeah, hats are ridiculous. Hats are a really important part of starting a cult.
Yeah, I need a hat. I do have that. I mean, well, yeah, go ahead.
It's like the pack lids. The hat is all that matters, and if you don't have the proper hat, you're nothing.
True. I do have a giant hat that lights up that is a squid. Does that count? Would that work?
I don't. Probably.
I think that would be probably fine.
I mean, I would assume it would be more of a mushroom thing because it's a mushroom cult.
I feel like I need a mushroom cap. I'll make a mushroom cap hat.
Yeah, but if you do the wrong mushroom cap, it'll be just like the concentric circles. It will get you banned off YouTube.
Yeah, I gotta pick the right kind of mushroom. Because I feel like different mushrooms are going to... Yeah, different mushrooms are going to have to, like, symbolize the level of power inside of the cult.
Okay.
I mean, that seems like it makes sense to me, but...
Yeah.
While wifey does whatever the hell she's doing, I am going to go refill my drink. I'm nice. Drinking very fake Jack Roses.
Okay.
I'm worried about eating the cheesies that I have right now because they're super crunchy and I really don't want to get them on my new microphone. So I might move the new microphone less below me and more to the side of me. So that way I don't drop goobers in it. And by goobers, I mean crunchy, cheesy dust and chunk.
I like the V shapes on them.
These?
Yeah, going down the torso.
Yeah.
So is the plan to do the 2/3 view first and then the face on?
Yeah, I find myself a little bit. I find it easier for myself to work on like the concept on the 3/4 view, and then once I've got it down and I kind of know what I want, I'll start making more.
Okay.
Because we're gonna need a side view anyway, as well, right? So.
Yeah, we're gonna need a front and a side view.
Yeah.
Ideally a back view, but it's not as important.
It's just gonna be a blah. Here's your back view.
That's fine.
And like.
Yeah.
Basically, it looks like that.
Hey. So I am drinking green apple Crown Royal with a little bit of raspberry sugar-free syrup because I don't have grenadine right now. Some lime juice, and then topping that off with sugar-free lemon lime soda.
Okay.
I feel like I want to make his eyes
And-
make people really uncomfortable.
Well, yes, that's what eyes are supposed to do.
Yeah. I like that plan.
Listen, you gotta trust the process, Normandy. You gotta trust that I can't just instantly pop in all of the metal parts and robot parts all at once. We gotta add them in as we're going.
Yeah, what do you think this is?
AI?
I don't... Yeah, exactly. You better not think this is AI. This is an AI-free zone right here.
None of that nonsense.
I mean, half the time we barely have actual intelligence. We can't have artificial here too.
Yeah, see, Zeralon knows what's up.
I got no brains. Actually, that's probably closer to AI than not.
I do not follow, but I also don't care.
Brain off.
Brain and brain. What is brain?
What is brain if not a lesser version of the Great Mycelium Network?
Obviously, yes.
Just a pale imitation of our true power of connecting to the network when you do things like meditate into reality and smoke a lot of peyote or something.
That sounds great.
Yeah, doing a bunch of LSD will send you straight into that network. His pupils are cog-shaped. Thank you for noticing. I paid
That's
attention
fancy.
during the lore video.
Good, because Kip didn't.
Weird.
One of us had to.
I mean, does that surprise you?
No.
The wifey and I are fighting Black Diablos again because I still need one stupid item from her that she won't drop.
Rude.
Oh.
She just murdered me. She just came out of a death waterfall and splattered me all over the place.
A little bit over here, a little bit over there.
How?
Black Diablos is a really mean monster. Very aggressive. Well, you know how like most games, like Dark Souls type, Monster Hunter, that type of game, the opponent will stop for like a few second window, a little split second window. The difference between Diablos and Black Diablos is she just stops doing that. She's
Stop
always
stopping?
attacking.
Go no stop. Go no
Yeah,
stop.
she
go
stops
no stop.
stopping. She's just angry.
Go no stop.
Oh, she is in heat.
We're doing the
She is in heat.
Primarchs on
That is lore.
Sunday.
Yeah, yes, we are. We're doing, I mean, specifically, we're doing the whole Legion, so not just the Primarchs, I suppose. But yeah, there's not a huge distinction between the Primarchs versus the Legions, so yeah.
I was paying attention.
You were. I'm actually kind of impressed. You weren't just distracted by looking at pictures of spaceships.
I feel like it's really the low bar. Is like
Yeah.
I feel like Kip should come all the time, so that way I look like I'm paying attention more by comparison. I feel like hair is not going to be a thing with these guys. I feel like that has long since been abandoned.
Yeah, it would be a pretty rare Magos who has hair.
Yeah.
They tend to, while they even still can grow it, tend to shave it.
Because it's useless to them.
Yeah, basically. Just gets in the way. Sometimes if a tech priest is intending to be like a liaison with other Imperial factions, sometimes then they'll keep some more human aspects, like hair.
To make themselves like more appealing.
Yeah, they'll usually like keep their face pretty free of augmetics and like have like hair and whatnot, so that way
Okay, so
when people look at them, they don't go, ugh.
what about this guy?
Oh, he doesn't give a fuck about that.
Okay, so he's not gonna have a whole ton to work with here. So this is the kind of guy who's gonna have like next to no. Like if I put his skull on a tube with glowing eyes, would that be viable?
I mean, his own skull?
Yeah.
No, he'll probably still need to have a neck.
Okay. The tube can't be his neck. I really like this one. I'm gonna put it on screen so you can see what I'm talking about. I really like this guy. But this guy's like all robot.
Yeah.
I like that he's got a cane with a skull and like and I don't know, electricity. What is this? A boomstick? Like and then
it probably is actually. Yeah.
This looks like really really fucking advanced. But if I go over to the left over here, I've got a whole ass this crank ass fucking looks like nothing. Like what is this is low tech as fuck.
Well, that's one of the things about the Mechanicus is they are both super advanced high tech as well as
gun arm.
Trash. Yeah.
I don't know what this
That's
is.
a Volkite Serpenta right there.
I think that's a hand, and I think he's holding on to whatever this is that's got a big spike on the back. And a pistol. Just a really big one. It's just a really big fucking pistol, dude.
I mean, that is the default size of a pistol in the Warhammer universe.
Oh,
that's not true.
Is it? How big is this guy? I don't know how big this guy is. I have no frame of reference. I see a skull up here, but I'm not going to assume that's a normal-sized human skull. Anyway.
Let me see the skull again.
Is it?
No, that is a normal human skull.
Is it normal-sized?
Yep.
Oh. Neat.
I mean, it might be a little on the small side for a skull.
Okay. The time has come. Round 2. I'm gonna use this brush instead. I like flipping my brushes around too. It's a lot of fun. I like this guy. This guy looks way more like he's. I just need him to make him look more important. This guy looks like he's not important.
That guy is of some importance, but not a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He looks like he's probably like in charge of a little bit, but our guy is way more important. So he's got to have more of like an upright or a more imposing presence. This guy looks like he's here, like Worm Tongue. He's meant to get shot in the head. Like he's not King Theoden. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we need like a more imposing presence. So maybe we can like do one of these and then like give him like a big long fucking like they don't look like they use like what's the word I'm looking for, collars for anything. But
not much, no.
We did like the triangle view, the V's going in. That's like pretty important looking. And then maybe we can do like he needs a hat. He's important. He needs to have an important hat.
Well, what if he has an importantly shaped cranium?
That could work too. An importantly shaped cranium functions as a hat.
Because my guess is that his brain has been extended to pay for like extra data storage, cogitator banks.
Oh,
stuff
is
like
there
that.
like hover chairs or something, and we can make his brain into a chair, and then he can sit in the chair?
We can absolutely do that. I believe that is called an abeyance.
We are doing the big brain meme. Yes.
The brain must be big to hold all the information.
Yeah, we got it. We got his whole head. His whole skull is this chair. That's all brain. It's all brain. Oh, wonderful. Fantastic.
Most excellent.
Oh, now we got it. Now we got our concept. And then he can just be like So that's his head and he's attached to it. So, like, maybe his body... He sits upright because he's important, and his arms are, like, a little bit too long because they're, like... tentacly, but they're mechanical tentacles, like Doc Ock. Doc Ock hands.
But mechadendrites, then.
And then, like, he's got to have, like...
See, there's already a term for all these things.
That's fantastic.
This is an official in-lore term. Those are called mechadendrites.
Listen, I'm just excited at this point. We got it. We got our concept down. So maybe he can stand up if he wants to.
But does he even have legs at this point?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I'm deciding. Like, I feel like maybe he doesn't even have legs and he's just, like, molded into his own body. Like, his own brain. His own brain is, like, in this casing. There's all the brains and junk in there, and it's all in this, like, green fluidy nonsense. But, like, he's got, like a triangle where he's just, like, and it's just, like, this is all of this is just like a tube.
Could do a circular base with little crab legs on it.
The chair's just a giant pile of 256 KB RAM sticks. That's funny. I like that.
I mean, not actually all that unrealistic.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of at that point. Excuse me while I crunch for a minute.
I have a mute button for crunching.
I'm not muting. I have no respect.
I'm using a Elgato Wave Neo. And the best thing about the microphone is it's got a big jelly button on the front that mutes and unmutes it.
I need more tea.
And when we're streaming, Wifey randomly mutes and unmutes herself with her own boob.
Oh, that's good. Like on purpose or by accident?
No, by accident.
That's unfortunate because that's a really useful tool.
Wifey's shaking her head, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Alright,
Diablos. Let's put you in a... Oh god, Diablos and Black Diablos. Again.
We're gonna do this. Give him a little bit skullish look. Looks like he's really gaunt.
Like Gaunt's Ghosts.
I don't know what that is.
It's a series of novels in the Warhammer setting.
Oh. And then we can do something like this, where we give him his respirator, because this is the only way his brain is getting any fucking oxygen.
Yeah.
Probably still needs that. Let's stick with the downward triangle vibe. So that way there's like a little bit of consistency.
Okay.
Just a little bit. And then we'll make him... when we do the front-on view, we'll make him, like, symmetrical, mostly. And then we'll pick and choose a couple of spots where we're just gonna, like, explode, like, a shoulder or something.
I like it.
Good. I'm doing my best, sir.
It's a
What are you, really?
Yeah,
I
I'm
believe
working
in her.
hard. Look at me. Look at me go.
I mean, it's a lot harder than I'm working.
Considering that, like, I've barely done any art all year because I was doing a hiatus out of being protesting / being annoyed at the AI and shit.
AI is definitely something to be upset about.
The only art that I've actually, like, done this year has been for this channel.
Wait, really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
We're gonna use.
I didn't realize that.
We're gonna use this. We're gonna use his face thing. His like mask respirator to offset like the balance between like the way his brain is gonna come out.
Okay. I like that.
I'm partially explaining this for Dapper, and I'm also partially explaining this for like the audience about what my thought process is behind what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah, so like the only art I've done this year have been for like the members of this channel who get characters for the for Star Trek.
Damn.
For the most part, and then whatever art we did for Star Trek, which I don't remember if that was this year or if it was last year. Actually, I don't remember when I did that.
I think it was. It might have been last year.
It might have been going into last year, yeah, or like going into the like at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Athens has a crazy book collection. He's talking about his Warhammer books.
Oh yeah, I do have a fair few.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't say that to be like appreciated or anything. It's just what I've been up to.
I've done pretty decent with art this year, but I need to do more.
Presumably, yeah.
I need to finish more of what I start. I start a lot of things, get like halfway through, and I'm like, okay, I've done my practice on this I want. It can go in the maybe later bin.
I don't think you need to do that. I think that's how people feel, but I think that's the capitalism talking. You don't need to finish shit. You should only put into artwork as much as you're getting out of it.
That I can agree with.
If leaving something unfinished because you aren't gonna get anything more out of working on it, that's how you finish art. That's what defines whether or not a piece of art is actually finished or not, because you've got nothing more that you want to put into it.
It seems reasonable.
No, that's a bad line. I don't like that line. That shouldn't go there. So you should only finish stuff if you like. You should only you shouldn't look at it as finished or not finished as like a piece. You should look at it as if you are finished or not finished.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good way to look at it. I had somebody once. They were looking at some of the things. I'm like, your line art's kind of, you got some fixes here. And I was saying, like, I've got some fixes I should have done on line art. Well, why'd you go on to flats and shading then? Because I was wanting to practice flats and shading.
Because that's what I was here for.
That's what I was here for. Like, the line art's not perfect, but if I sit here and keep trying to get the line art perfect, I can't practice the thing that I'm wanting to practice.
Yep. I do be like
people, man.
Some people's
well, and bad line art with good rendering will often look better than good line art with bad rendering.
I liked the cogwheel eyes pupils, so we're gonna keep that, but we're not gonna remind me about it because I might forget about it, because that's not gonna go into our rough while we're working on it.
All right. You might want to write that down.
It's okay. We got chat.
Oh, I forget.
Oh,
thanks, chat.
Oh, I trust. I have faith in chat. I have faith that chat will remember it for me. This needs to more like that. He needs to be like a little bit sharp, but not here. Yeah, maybe just the arc, actually. Maybe just that does work. Maybe that just it does. Because then we can have, like, if we want him to have eyebrows, we can give him eyebrows. And I don't mean eyebrows like, I don't mean like hair. I mean like eyebrows as in if we want him to be more expressive.
Yeah.
And then we can make that decision. That is a decision we have the ability to make. Can we do that?
We can do it. Nicorette can help.
You can do it. Cut his freaking head off. Did you guys get up to anything for holiday season?
I cooked lamb.
Lamba?
Lamba.
Yep. There's a B on it for no reason. So guess what? I'm gonna pronounce that B.
I'm fine with that. I like bees. Bees are pretty cool.
But
yeah,
yeah.
I did, I worked and then I got a day off and that's I sat here and didn't visit family, didn't do anything special, just I watched wifey and I have 2 Christmas movies we watch. You guys can probably guess which 2 it is because it's the 2 that everybody watches.
Is it Elf and Die Hard?
Definitely not Elf.
No, although when I was younger I looked a lot like Will Ferrell. No, it was Muppets Christmas Carol and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Muppets Christmas Carol is probably one of the best renditions of A Christmas Carol.
It absolutely is. It's also Michael Caine is one of the 2 actors that just did a phenomenal job working with the Muppets.
Can I guess who the other one is?
Being Tim. Go for it.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. And it's for opposite reasons. Michael Caine treats all the Muppets like they're humans, and Tim Curry just treats himself as a Muppet.
I would even go so far as he doesn't treat them as if they're Muppets. He treats them as if they're Shakespearean actors. He treats them like Michael Caine acts like in the Christmas Carol as if he is acting with like Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in like a Shakespearean drama.
Yeah, he just plays his role and
as
just
if he's
ignores
playing...
the fact that it's a Muppet movie.
Yeah. It's great. Good shit. I guess the respirator should have like a respirator part.
Probably. I do think it's horrible that Disney has rights to the Muppets, but they're choosing to make live action remakes and not Muppets remakes of all their classics.
So depressing. You have any idea how much I would laugh my ass off to like a Little Mermaid but the Muppets?
My favorite one of those ideas is
Gonzo
redo Beauty and the Beast.
Ariel.
Yeah. No, you redo Beauty and the Beast, and the only human actor is the Beast while he's in Beast form, and when he finally makes a change at the end, he becomes a Muppet.
You know, there's a movie that's not terribly unlike that, where except it's got more people in it. I wish I could remember what it's got. What is
people? Gross.
Yeah, so like the princess is a human. It's Princess and the Frog, I'm pretty sure. Because they did, it's got to be. I'm pretty sure it's Muppets Princess and the Frog. And if you haven't seen it, it's one of the ones that like nobody's seen but me. Please go watch it. It's very funny. And then come and talk to me about it, because nobody ever talks to me about it because I'm the only one who's seen it.
I will add it to my very long watch list.
Yeah. I wonder if it's on YouTube.
It's usually easier to get me to watch a dumb cartoon, but you know, I'll watch other things too.
I mean, it is of the Muppets. It may as well be a dumb cartoon.
I just watched Haunted Hotel. Actually, a pretty decent series for the first season.
Is that the one with the chef and the Thor ghost and the ghost who can do the radio from like the 50s and the guy with the arrow through his neck? Is that one?
No, it's not. It's one where a woman inherits a haunted hotel from her brother after he dies. So her and her kids are trying to run this hotel. And basically, if you die at the hotel, you become a ghost. So her brother's ghost is there.
Oh,
so it's this like weird little like kind of Family Guy Simpsons-esque style, but not quite that stupid. With the catch being of the family, the brother is dead.
Okay, that's funny.
It's pretty entertaining. It has some nice serious moments, like none of the ghosts can remember why they died, so there's a fun bit on that with the brother when he finds out how he died and other things. But it was a pretty good series.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. Jillian has made my day. Jillian said that she's seen it. You've seen The Princess and the Frog? That's so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you. That's really cool.
It's from 1971.
Oh. Wow.
It's called
you-
The Frog Prince.
Okay. Did you make a Kerbal noise just there, Chesh?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a... Well, it could also be a villager noise.
No, that's more like... See how many sound effects I can make that are Minecraft.
I sent you the, it's the pod race scene, but I make all the sounds with my own mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was... Whew, that was quite a ride.
Okay, so then we should start having tubes. But the tubes should not be... I don't think the tube should... If anything is asymmetrical, it's going to be the tubes.
Okay.
Because, to me, that makes sense. Because they should just be wherever they are.
Tubes are oftentimes asymmetrical in a lot of machines.
Yes, and also because they're tubes and they're flexible, they tend to shift around.
Yes, I used to drive a transfer truck, and that's one of the worst things ever, is the tube that does the brakes for your trailer will sometimes end up in the coupler and get sheared.
That's unfortunate.
And then you suddenly have no trailer brakes. Yay!
That's no bueno.
Fortunately, big trucks, the brake systems have a lot of redundancies that basically, if something's like leaking, it sets your brakes and locks you and the truck can't move.
That's probably a good idea.
But I have been quite a ways away and had to call for a roadside repair because a stupid hose got sheared.
Ugh. But are these tubes tied? Well, I don't know. How does obligatory Dr. Tregan, how do these guys reproduce?
So it varies by Forge World, but it's usually going to be some mix of vat-grown clones and actual regular old humans banging and getting pregnant and whatnot. Most Forge Worlds, I think, have a majority of vat-born clones, with the humans actually being born the old-fashioned way being somewhat of a novelty.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about tubes being tied or not tied in this scenario.
Yeah. Also, by the time you get to the point of where this Archmagos is in the hierarchy, very few people are still going to bother with having reproductive organs.
Yeah, it seems like
because that's not efficient.
The hardest thing about drawing tubes, in my experience, if you're doing line work, is keeping the tube because it's consistent girth. Otherwise, if you want to know a quick trick, just pick a thing that's like pick a brush and then just do it like that, so the brush stays consistently the same size.
So my trick, Chesh, I throw a layer under it. I get a brush that's roughly the size of the tube I want to draw.
Yeah.
I paint the path I want it to go. Then I go back to my line art layer and I ink the outside of that path.
Yeah. You can also like use the select tool and select everything outside or everything inside and cut it all away so there's only whatever is left on the inside of the thing you made and just make it a different color. There's lots of ways you can cheat the system, and you should be cheating. If you're not cheating the system, what's the point?
Yeah. Art is cheating.
If you're not cheating and you're doing art wrong.
Yeah. Agreed.
If there's a system, the rules are meant to be broken. If there's a system, you should take advantage of it.
That is actually why a lot of artists despise art teachers, because art teachers are like, here's the rules and you must follow them. Like, no, everything you learned, forget that. Forget that.
Well, the art teachers aren't always wrong. It's just that they don't do the thing is like you still need to know rules so you can break them and break them properly. So it's one of those where it's like as a teacher, it's a balancing act where you're like, okay, listen, I'm teaching you the rules, so when you break the rules inevitably, because you should be breaking the rules, you're breaking them in a way that works for you. Because if you're breaking the rules and you don't understand the rules, you're probably going to screw yourself.
It's true.
Well, and a lot of that comes in, like, if you know rules for composition, you know how to lay out a shot.
Yeah.
That means if you want to really draw attention to one character, break composition on that one character and everyone's eyes will immediately be drawn to it.
Yep.
That's not something you can explain without the rules.
Right. You have to understand the composition before you can break the composition.
I couldn't have gotten you to understand that without both of us knowing what composition is.
Yeah. Correct.
I like that respirator bit.
Yeah, I'm adding more of them.
Your little mouth that you're adding right now kind of makes me think of a cathedral door, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jillian says, it's true at writing too.
Yeah, you have to know the rules before you can break the rules. So if you don't know but the problem is a lot of teachers aren't very good at explaining that part early enough. They're just like, just learn the rules. And it's like, no, you want to learn the rules. But you need to learn the rules. Stop being a weenie about it. There we go. I'm gonna merge all these together.
By the way, don't worry too much about the tube staying a consistent size, because unlike in 2D art, in 3D art, it's easier to make tubes a consistent size.
Yeah.
You have to work to make them not the same size along their length.
Oh, yeah.
So
you gotta do extra math.
Yep.
My worst one ever for teacher and rules, when I was in college and I was taking a C++ class, I got a 0 on my final. And I'm like, what? A 0? Well, it wouldn't compile. What do you mean it wouldn't? What error code did it throw? Well, I didn't actually try to compile it. I just knew it wouldn't.
What?
Mm.
I don't think that's how that was supposed to work.
I used an if statement, but I didn't have an else. I didn't. My else would have been empty. So I just didn't do it. Well, the book says that's bad. So she didn't even try to compile it. No, you hit compile and you show me that it won't compile. I ended up having to get the dean involved. It was a mess.
Yeah, that does sound like a mess.
Long story short, it did compile and she just gave me 100 on it without once it compiled in front with the dean standing right there. She just gave me 100% on it without actually grading it.
Yeah, don't be afraid of arguing with your teachers. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Look at he's coming together now. Yeah! Yeah! I'm happy with this now. We're getting where I want to be. Look at that! Look at it. Look at him. Isn't he pretty?
That's nice.
I also, to be fair, I'm also a little bit talking out of my ass when I'm talking about teachers because I didn't take art school. So I don't really necessarily super duper know. I'm a little bit talking out of my ass. But only a little bit. Only a little bit.
I didn't take a lot of art. My sister did. My sister has art degrees. My mom took none, but my mom's also a professional artist.
The way it
just
seems like a consistent thing, you know what I mean? Where it's just like this is a consistent issue that comes up when any kind of like creative field where things just are not explained in a way that is good. I mean, I find the same thing with math. Like, younger grades the teachers tend to not do a very good job of explaining the mathematic functions and why you're learning them very well.
That does seem to be the case.
I mean, you can't go ask somebody in like grade 8 what a number is. They won't be able to tell you because nobody's told
Okay, to
them
be
what
fair,
it
that's
is.
going to be true for a lot of different grades.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. The reason I picked that young is because you'd think by grade 8 they would explain to you what a number is, even if it's just like tertiary. If it's not like it doesn't have to be extensive knowledge, but like you should at least be able to define it.
I'm actually not sure I could adequately define a number now in a way that would make a mathematician happy.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I know a few mathematicians, so I don't think you can make them happy. I don't know if it's possible.
That's a good point. I mean, you can make Landon happy with wine, so I'd probably just hand him some wine, and that would be the way I would explain a number. Here,
He might need that wine.
Yeah.
I mean, people that know, math and economics and civics, and they usually aren't the happiest people, but that's probably because they have a better idea of how screwed up everything is than we do.
Yeah, that is what that is.
That's called the curse of knowledge.
I can identify that this is wrong. They can give me mathematical proof for it.
And there's nothing they can do about it because we don't spend enough time or money on fixing those things or listening to them.
Correct.
Womp womp, feels bad. Do we give him like big old shoulders? Big old pointy shoulders?
I'm okay with it.
He seems like he's
I mean,
important.
it is Warhammer, right? I mean, that's shoulders are required. It's just whether they're fancy or armored. That's what differs.
He's a fancy boy. He's a fancy man. He's not wearing pants. He can't wear pants. He's got no legs.
That doesn't mean he can't wear pants. It just means he can't wear them properly.
You think he would wear pants on his head?
I don't think he would.
I
No,
think
probably
his brain
not.
is too big for that.
Yeah.
All right. I might be time to go on to another layer and start working on this big vat of brain behind him.
Use all the layers.
Lieutenant Math Navigator for 5 says, numbers are a subset of the concepts Kent Hovind critically fails to understand. That is correct.
That is a functional definition, and I think Landon might actually be happy with that definition. I think that might work. You did it! You win!
Concepts Kent Hovind doesn't understand. Isn't that just like the universal theory of everything?
I feel like...
I mean, I'm not sure anyone understands that, but that would be an example of the things that he doesn't understand.
I feel like it should be egg-shaped. I'm gonna make an egg.
Egg?
Egg.
Egg.
I like
That's more
when I'm
Latin.
doing something sci-fi or like something that's supposed to be like semi-realistic but very fantasy-based, I try to think of something that is in real life that will function as like a reference point. So I want to have an egg, but I want this egg to be like, what if the shell of the egg was transparent? And so that's his brain. So his brain is going to be floating inside of the egg shape.
All right, I like that.
And then we're going to put some mechanics around it to make like the chair arms and like the egg is the... You know what I mean?
Yeah. In art, you use egg and lima bean shape so much.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot understand why art programs do not have selection brushes that default to egg and lima bean shape.
I don't know why everybody doesn't... Why people use the circle as the thing instead of an egg. Like, for the... Like, oh, here's how to shade something. Why wouldn't you use an egg shape instead?
Yeah, well, it's just like, yeah, you got a circle select, and you could do 2 circle selects, and then pin select in between to get an egg. Why can't I just have an egg select that I can make a various egg out of?
Egg.
I would use that more than I use circle.
Egg. More egg.
Some eggs are spherical.
Some eggs are more.
That is true. There are a lot of spherical eggs.
That's true. But that's not the thing. That is not the shape you think of when I say egg.
You're probably right.
I have a whole box full of big eggs right now.
Egg.
Are they duck eggs?
No, they are emu, rhea, and ostrich eggs.
Jeez, that is gonna be pretty big.
A little bit.
My mom used to paint and carve them, and my mom stopped doing art, so she was gonna junk them all. It's like, I was like, I'll take them and I'll hand them out to artist friends and collectors friends. So I've got boxes of eggs.
Nice. Right-handed Sith says reality is a subset of the things Canthoven doesn't understand, and yeah, that is accurate.
I had a lady the other day being like, "Yeah, why is this stream happening at 5 in the morning?" But it was Manya streaming, so it was 5 p.m. I'm like, lady, time exists, and
time zones.
The Earth is a globe, please. Not everything is about you.
So the worst Hovind road rage incident, because again, as I said before, I listen to Dapper while I'm at work, so I'm driving a 30-ton truck while listening to Dapper. Was when he was talking about his dad working on diesel generators and in the army, and talking about oh yeah, and they would sabotage the spark plugs in all these different ways.
What?
Diesel engines don't have spark plugs.
Spark plugs. What the fuck? I don't think that driving and listening to Kent Hovind at the same time is a safe prospect. I feel like maybe you shouldn't do that.
No, I do though. I listen to Dapper while I'm at work. Wifey, your key light's falling there. You gotta fix that one.
Living life
before
on
it
the
catches
edge.
you right in the face.
All right, this is my egg shape.
I
hope you guys
drive.
like my egg.
That is a nice egg.
Egg.
I'll have to fix wifey's key light's trying to fall over. It's the monitor brace on the back's not touching.
I feel like if it was me, I'd probably fucking just drive off the road. I'd just be like, I'm.
So I drive. It's a 2-hour loop. I drive an hour down to a city, pick up material, and then I drive an hour back to drop it off. I do 4 of those every day. It is excessively boring. I'm on 2 freeways driving straight down. So I've got to have something to do, and I listen to a lot of stuff like Dapper's content and things like that. But yeah, sometimes it does, the stupidity is yeah, I'm road raging in my car, but I'm still driving sanely. It's just everybody around that sees me raging in the cab. It's like, oh God.
This is
Lieutenant Math Navigator comes in with an ostrich once bit my fiance.
Whoa.
But in the style of the a moose once bit my sister from Monty Python.
It's an ex-parrot. This is my first
It's
Christmas.
excited for the fjords.
This is my first Christmas without Puck, and one of the jokes I made this year was, it's my ex-dog.
Oh.
He's an ex-parrot.
Yeah, he is.
I used to have a gray cat that rode on my shoulder like a parrot.
Should
That's
we
pretty
be
cool.
able to see his brainstem?
I mean, at this angle, probably not, but
Probably
on a side
not.
angle, maybe.
Maybe? Yeah, there was going, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I had that cat when I lived with my parents up in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. I used to walk 3 miles to a pond to go fishing because there was nothing else to do. And she would ride on my shoulder the whole way there, jump down and run around when I was there, and then jump up and ride on my shoulder the whole way back.
Oh, that's cute.
Her name was Sassy, but we upgraded her and we all called her Satan. She earned that name.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm doing a brain from memory, so we might have to make some adjustments to make this more look like a real proper brain. But that's what I'm going with.
Memory anatomy is always iffy.
Well, I have Warhammer. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, brains and skulls are things that people are like, oh, I can draw that off of memory. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
If you aren't working in the medical field, no, you can't.
Or if that's not the thing you're predominantly drawing most of the time.
Yeah.
Same with hearts. Hearts are difficult too.
Yeah,
hearts, hands, feet, anything anatomical that people can reference and look at and be like, oh yeah, that's totally wrong.
Yeah, you probably don't know what those things look like. You think you do.
I mean, you would think you could like hold your hand in front of you and draw, but it just does not work.
I can do that a little bit. But that's because I am
use
specifically very, very good at looking at something and recreating it.
I can do it to some degree, but I have a site I use that I like for that.
Oh yeah, there's definitely resources for that kind of stuff. But like the only reason I say that is because like if I have a special skill, it is that I am very, very good at looking at something and just straight up riffing it and putting it like onto paper.
There, Chesh, I sent you my main resource. If on the right side they have a hand button and you can pull up hands,
Ooh.
mirror them, turn them around.
You know what? That'd be really good for practicing figure drawing. That's cool.
Yeah,
because then you
which
would just,
I really need to do.
30 seconds. Figure drawing is a lot of fun. I think, at least I think.
I am miserably bad at it, and it was like my sister's, like, that is her bread and butter. She does amazing stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
cool.
I have never been good at it. I've always struggled with it.
I shouldn't be focusing on his face right now. I should be making working on this casing and fluid dynamic for his brain chair. Brain sim.
And for chat who couldn't see the link I just sent to Chesh, it's Pose Maniacs is the website, and it does muscular poses. You can switch to between male and female models. You can spin it around 360. You can't repose them, but you can do whatever angles you want. And they have a really good catalog of poses, and then they have another one on the side that does hands. So you can pull up the pose, get at the angle you want, draw from that.
All right. What kind of chair would this look like? What do chairs look like in Warhammer?
Warhammer chairs are pretty much normal chairs.
Okay.
Chairs are kind of pretty well designed. They're not a lot of difference throughout history on chair. It's kind of the basic concepts pretty well figured out.
I'm kind of thinking of like making this like a mix of like I'm kind of thinking this guy is like basically in like a hover wheelchair.
Okay. That works for me.
Probably something that like the egg sits in a bowl. Like the egg is in like kind of like a bowl shape.
I like it.
I would almost say like an egg shell that's kind of broken, so you're looking through the brain at the broken spots where the glass is, but the actual like shell that it fits in still does like the egg shell, comes up the back, does all the cool.
Well, I think we could
One
put
concern
some
things.
cog and like some imagery inside the bowl shape that looks like it's like for the cult.
My
one
only
concern
other thing I would
is
say
he does need to be able to transmit or he needs to be able to move around in spaces that are designed for baseline humans.
Okay, so we
yeah,
can't
and
make
the
it
other
too
thing
fat.
I would add in.
Got it.
Yeah, don't make it too fat. And then the Warhammer aesthetic is usually more boxy and less round.
Yeah, this
so
okay, so we can.
I would try to add some boxy angular elements to it.
Well, we gotta still give.
That would make the egg really stand out if there was a lot of other boxy things around it.
So we should make the chair like a box chair. Maybe like squares like that, and then he can rest it. And then his hands can be resting like here. He's just like
maybe like that, or maybe just like whatever legs the chair has can be really like mechanical angular.
Well, we can take
maybe
the
some hydraulics on them
of the cup part basically, and then make that like because he's hovering. We can make that all like jets and maybe
you're getting pretty close to the Seraphim guy.
We can overclock him and shoot him off into space.
So if you want to see a Warhammer guy that actually is big, bulky in that kind of a chair thing, look up Lord Croak. He's from the Age of Sigmar, not from 40K. But that's basically his aesthetic is, big boss guy that sits in chair.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a little bit of a big boss guy that sits in chair. Let's actually just make this like a... Alright. So we just gotta also make sure that he can fit in the doorway. So we can bring this down. We can size this down a little bit pretty easy. That's not too much of a problem. The question is do we want to change the egg and make the egg more narrow, or just to make the eggs a little bit smaller?
The egg might need to be a little bit more narrow.
Yeah.
Because he does have to fit through normal doorways on occasion.
Yeah. Let's do that. That should be a good size. Oh, sorry, you guys probably have a hard time seeing that. But we can do that so it's a little bit more elongated. We can bring it down a little further. Okay. All right, I'm going to merge all of these together except for I'm going to merge these two and I'm going to merge these ones. So we have this and we have this. We have our egg brain shape and we have our guy. I'm going to bring both of them, I'm going to bring the opacity down on both of them so we have a fresh layer to work on. And then we have like an idea of our silhouette at least a little bit. So, huzzah! Time to switch to a sketch pencil. As much as I was kind of already doing that a little bit with the pen, but that's okay. That is okay. So we're gonna do this. His brain won't be as grotesquely deformed.
Yeah, guys, when you're working art digitally, it can always be good to flatten your image, which is what Chesh just did, where she merged all her layers. Make a new layer above it, and then drop your original layer's opacity, because now you have it as kind of a base reference, and you can sketch again over it. And you can do that as many times as you need, refining the image each time, and just kind of clean it up and make it a little better each time. You don't have to like make every layer exactly perfect the first time. That's the glory of digital art. You can just keep redoing things and merging and
without losing everything that you worked on before, so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to keep, as opposed to traditional art, which sometimes doesn't let you do that.
Yeah, traditional art is a lot less forgiving on I want to redo or I want to change.
Okay, there we go. So this is going to be attached to his head. And then we've got his skull, or what's left of it, sort of elongated. And like that. That should be fine. The trick is going to be making this look like it's still attached, so maybe this actually needs to come in like that.
I'm getting like H.R. Geiger vibes now, and I'm loving it.
That's actually a pretty good vibe to get in this case.
Hooray!
I mean, it's always a good vibe. I love that vibe.
What I mean is it's a vibe that also fits what's going on.
Yeah, it definitely does. Dapper, have you seen the new Predator movie yet?
I have not. That is something I need to get on.
I saw it when my uncle broke his back and I had to go back to Texas for a couple weeks. That was one of the few things I could do, was go down to, they had a little theater. So I got to watch it in theaters, which is great because I don't usually get to go to theaters. It was amazing, and I love how much Weyland-Yutani stuff they put in it.
Nice.
I had a major like geek out nerdgasm when I first saw the trailer, and the very first scene was the android with the Weyland-Yutani logos in the eyes. I'm like,
Well, no spoilers.
well, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that was like the very first scene of the teaser trailer. So
Still, no spoilers.
no spoilers. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
the
by
length
the way,
of
I'm
time
working
that
a
those
little
two
bit zoomed out just so I can manipulate it a little bit further.
Thank you.
tubs.
Sorry, go on with what you were saying. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, you did. You did it on purposeful.
A little bit.
We love you anyways, Chesh. We love you anyways. I just had house guests appear anyways, so I'll be a little on and off anyways. But what I was saying was, Alien and Predator, as long as those series have like been canon coexisting because they've been canon coexisting since like the comic days. I'm surprised we haven't had more crossover material with them.
Yeah, given the amount of crossover stuff that's been going on, and like make money off of IP, please.
It's also canon that Batman is real in the Alien universe.
You know, is it though?
I mean, there's a whole comic on it, and it's in the list of canon comics. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, but I
guess.
consider comic canon to definitely be secondary.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
comics. But like, if it didn't happen in a movie, or like something that's supposed to be like an officially licensed book or something, I mean, like, is it though?
I recognize the comic canon, but only within reason, and I do consider the some of the crossovers. Because let's be honest, if we take all the little comics as canon, there is a T-Rex alien xenomorph queen.
No, that's I don't see why that's not canon. That's absolutely canon. Shut up.
my only thing on that is how did the face hugger get the T-Rex? I don't understand this, but maybe she just inhaled it.
Could I maybe?
You think too much about these things.
Well, that's because I GM Alien games, and that's actually quite likely what my next campaign is going to be on the channel after Cyberpunk is going to be Alien again.
Nice. With a T-Rex?
I mean, I might torment my players like that.
I like the idea that you think it's necessary for your TTRPG game to be canon accurate.
Oh God, no! I throw canon out the window. I just use it as a framework.
It's one of those you can't break the rules until you learn the rules kind of things.
Yeah, my Alien game that I ran. Yeah, my home game lasted about a year and a half. And the entire thing I ran completely out of my ass. I had like rough notes and everything else I did on the fly, and it was so good. I kind of wrote here's where the story goes. Like, here's the big story beats, and everything else I just kind of ad-libbed as we went and let the players fill it in. And my players are really good at stabbing themselves in the foot.
You told me about this. I think we talked about this on the channel. This channel, while we were doing art for this channel.
All that sounds pretty plausible.
I think that was
that sounds about right.
I think that happened.
If not, it should have. And it should happen again.
It is happening again.
Play it again.
It is happening again. But yeah, I have the Evolved Edition Alien now, so I have the new prints. They're really cool. Speaking of which, Dapper, did you get any of the Alien physical books or anything?
I do have a 3 Alien books, I think, for the TTRPG, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I have 3 of them.
Okay, because I would have hand me down some of my first edition if you didn't, but
that's wrong.
But,
yeah, I still have
the Evolved Edition.
First edition books like an idiot.
So the Evolved Edition is only 1.5. It's not a 2.0.
He says that so I don't feel too bad.
Did it work?
Okay. If I really wanted to make you not feel, you know how the Alien books have that beautiful black back with like that green writing? The new ones are white back with black text.
Oh my goodness, Olivia Williams points out for 5 Beaver bucks that considering Alien is now Disney, Marvel Comics would be canon now. So Wolverine is in the same universe, not sure for Batman.
So now that Disney owns
specifically because
that Disney owns them.
I don't think that counts.
No, Chesh, I have to override you here. Because that makes the Alien Queen a Disney princess.
See, Chesh, you wouldn't understand. You're a woman who doesn't even understand Mario.
Okay, so listen, hear me out.
Look, there's like 100 levels, and your princess isn't ever at the end of any of them.
At the last level, another toad comes out. I love it when people explain things to me wrong. And like so laughably wrong too, like not even close. But hear me out. Just because an IP is owned by the same company does not mean they take place in the same universe.
That is true. but this is Disney, and that's what Disney does.
Is that what
That's
Disney
also
does?
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is, but it's not always.
We talked about this earlier. That means the aliens and Muppets.
I mean, I would watch a Muppet Aliens movie. That would be great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make the Muppets aren't a canon of any other universe. They just tell stories of Muppet version.
Look, the Muppets are kind of like the Skaven. They just dig through reality to appear wherever they want to.
I know, yeah.
That's accurate.
I feel like I need to
I'm actually still... I still think Skaven should dig their way into 40k. I think Skaven would be a good addition to 40k.
I mean, it would be fun, but like, what are the Skaven going to give 40k that it doesn't already have? Narratively.
Deranged rats?
The Hrud.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. It wouldn't actually add anything narrative. That's why they haven't brought the Skaven over.
Yeah.
Like, there is no reason to bring the Skaven over. But, I mean, needing a reason to do something is not very Warhammer.
Well, so the thing is, they kind of did bring the Skaven over at first. Because, like, if you look at the early concept art for the Hrud, it's Skaven. That's what's going on there, is that it's Skaven in 40k. But the problem is that as time went on, they kept most of the lore for the Hrud, but they changed the design while they were trying to make sure that they could differentiate the IPs a little bit more. And since then, now narratively, the Hrud fulfill the purpose that the Skaven would, but they also don't look like rats anymore. So, like, that's the real reason we're not going to get Ratman.
Traded one for the other, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, in your own fiction that you do, like if you're going to do like a 40k role-playing game or a short story or something, Beastmen are a known fact of life. So, like, just make some rat Beastmen. Olivia Williams for $5. Yes. Olivia Williams for $5 Canadian dollars says, "My point is I have a Wolverine Predator crossover comic that's pretty recent. Also, there's Avengers crossovers with aliens." Yeah, there's crossovers with it's endless. There's always crossovers.
I mean, we have crossovers of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. What else do you need?
Not much. That's basically peak fiction right there.
It doesn't look like a brain to you? You mean the egg shape that the brain is in doesn't look like a brain?
Well,
or are you suggesting that it looks like giant
testicles?
Because I feel like that where you...
Yeah, it does. It does kind of have that ball sack look to it.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like
what is a brain except a sideways ball sack?
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like that's in line with the Warhammer vibe.
Yeah, as far as TTRPGs and crossovers go, there is an official TTRPG crossover that is Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and My Little Pony.
Yep, that's true. That is a real thing.
I have it. It's very fun.
Shapes. Right now I'm just throwing shapes at this to see if they make sense or they work. Making sense is, optional. This chair needs to be ostentatious.
Yes.
It has to be big and fancy and just say, "I am the boss, Neil."
I am important. Maybe we can do something like that. I need more tea. Alright, well, I'm gonna get tea for a second. I'll be back. I won't be able to hear you, but you'll be able to hear me. Sucks to be you. Nothing you can do about it.
Lame.
She says that like we're not just going to use it as a chance to badmouth Chesh. I mean...
It's true. I mean, she is the worst.
I mean, we would do it with her here anyways, but when she's gone, I mean, yeah, smelly goblins.
Ugh, disgusting. Why do we put up with this?
I don't know. I own all of the Loot Studios Fantasy 3D print files except the Goblin one. Fuck the Goblin. I don't goblins.
Yeah, goblins are the worst.
I mean...
Name one fantasy setting where you want to be the Goblin.
Oh, none. Oh, I mean, the kobolds are better. They're the same concept, little green mine, like mining things or little mining lizards, and we all know that the lizards are better.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, it's like, oh wow, what are these? These are like dumpy, green, deformed humans, or hey, these are cool, like pretty lizards. I mean, which one are you going to go with?
The lizards. What happened? Welcome back, Chesh.
I don't know if she's back.
Oh. Well, then fine. Not welcome back.
Yeah, stay away, Chesh. We're just going to keep talking bad about goblins.
Goblins are such horrible little creatures. Like,
That's
what's
why
the
they're
point
always
of
like
a
But, well, it's so you can train your level 1 noobs because that's the only thing that goblins are good against.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot about that part. Yeah.
They're so just janky crap that you throw your little level 1s against them so that you can get up to level 5. Then you just ignore goblins and never see them again.
Yeah, that does sound right.
And then for some reason World of Warcraft added them as a playable race and made them from New Jersey. Nothing good comes from New Jersey.
Yeah, that sounds pretty horrible.
When I was a cross country trucker, I spent a 36-hour reset in a parking lot in New Jersey, and it's like the worst 36 hours of my life.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun.
And I'm counting like nearly dying in the hospital. I mean, that was still better than New Jersey.
Damn.
Although I did get a really badass pizza while I was there.
Chesh seems like she's struggling.
Well, she's trying to make tea, which is on the kitchen counter. That's usually 26 inches up. So for a goblin, that's like, she needs to jump and cling and.
Mm.
I know you have the opposite problem. 26 inches is like low for you, and you have to like try to get your little arms down. But Chesh has to try to get up to him.
Hmm.
And not that it ever gets referenced, but my little critter is a noodle dragon, so flexibility is just like his prime stat. So height doesn't matter.
Oh, How is everybody?
Chesh is running the show here, and she just disappears and leaves us to our own devices.
I know, we can't even draw the stuff here. What are we gonna do?
I mean, I could like screenshot and draw on it real quick, but that nobody else will be able to see that, and that takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Now, Dapper, did you see my my overlay I'm working on for doing a how to play Satisfactory on my channel?
I don't think you showed that to me, or if you did, I forgot, and I'm sorry about that if that's what happened.
I popped it in your main Dapper Dinosaur Discord, where everybody on here should be. If you're not in the main Dapper Dinosaur Discord, you should be there, and the Top Hats Off Discord. You should be in both places. They're great.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a for last week, since we didn't get to do our Wednesday. I was gonna do a hey, let's learn Satisfactory basics, but Mike was like, your TRG Kai, as everybody would see him as, was like, no, I don't feel up to it, so I skipped it. So I've got an overlay ready to go to do a let's like start up Satisfactory that I've got to find some time to use.
I have returned.
Welcome
back. We did not talk bad about you, not one bit, the entire time you were gone.
Nope.
Chat did though. Chat did.
That's fine.
We defended you though.
What?
Chat seems to really dislike you. I don't know why.
Oh, that's okay. They're probably making the correct decision.
But yeah, Dapper, I'm going to take, because I run Satisfactory on a server, on a Linux server, so I can actually change save files on my server. So I can have like usually we call it a super solo game where I'm playing single player, but I'm doing it on the server, so my factories keep going when I'm not online. So I'm going to have one for that and one for doing streams.
Nice.
And we're just gonna play through the game and do some like building tips and some how to not spaghetti, and then we're gonna spaghetti anyways because it's Satisfactory and that's how it works.
Yeah.
Did you guys listen to my kazoo playing in the Discord?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Also, Lieutenant Math Navigator says there's a top hat says off Discord. Yeah, I just linked it.
Hooray!
Join that server.
Somebody was sticking
Or
up
don't.
for me? That's nice. That's nice of you.
The fools.
Yeah, don't do that. That's dangerous. That's asking for trouble.
Stick up for someone who deserves
All right.
it.
We'll see. I have a house guest, so I'm not going to do a
Stick
lot
up
of
for
this,
somebody who
but
needs somebody to stick up for them.
Yeah.
we'll see if I can get my instruments to so Chesh can hear my instruments here.
Oh dear.
My cats are going to freak out because they like to attack them.
That's a flute.
That is a flute. That is a wood flute. Let me see. My other one is misbehaving itself real quick. Let me adjust the totems on it. It has little wood totems on the top that actually make it do the sound, and they're just tied on with leather straps. And my leather straps are dead. Go for it, Dapper.
I'm sorry. Tag me here. I'll try to look at it. I'm terrible at this.
Chesh can stick
Apparently,
herself,
I need
but
new
she
leather
falls
straps for
short
my
on
drone.
It. Is that a short? How dare you? You son. Listen here, you. This asshole.
Nope, can't get it to sound. I need new straps on the drone. How sad. So I have the flute that's just, your standard. It's a wooden pipe with holes and it does notes. And I have the drone, which is 2 wooden pipes, but the holes only do one of them, so it does like the bagpipe thing.
Oh yeah.
But it needs some repairs. Sadness.
All right, so now I'm working on the front view. So I've turned on a thing that lets me just have, symmetrical nonsense going on.
Okay.
I overuse that tool. I need to stop doing symmetrical.
What? What do you mean? Like, I understood that I overuse the tool. I didn't understand that I need to stop doing symmetrical.
Well, I mean, you know what stuff I usually draw, and when you're drawing something kind of organic and critter like, it shouldn't be 100% symmetrical.
Yeah.
And I tend to overuse. I try to do my sketch symmetrical, but then I end up doing my ink symmetrical, and I need to not do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
And I don't like my finished works.
If you do that, what's gonna end up happening inevitably is you're gonna end up unhappy with it because you're gonna really lose your ability to control the line thickness where you want it controlled.
Yes. Well, and, like a lot of things when you're drawing, your line thickness becomes kind of a shading thing. So you'll want it heavier on one side, thinner on the other, whatever. But again, whenever you're drawing a character for like a finished type art piece, it's so very rare you draw them 100% head on or 100% side on. So having them actually symmetrical, it doesn't work. And I have a tendency to do my sketches symmetrical, and then I'll go to do my inks. I'm like, yeah, I should have turned symmetry off for this one.
Yeah, the reason I'm even getting away with normally I wouldn't even do this, but the reason I'm doing that is because I'm specifically making a head-on for a reference sheet.
Yeah.
This isn't the artwork. This is the reference sheet for the character that the artwork will then be made out of.
Also, Jillian Wren says that her sister gave her the soundtrack to the Klingon Christmas Carol, which is really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's an actual play that is done, or at least was done in Chicago. I know, and when I say I know, I mean I'm like acquainted with. I don't hang out with, but yeah, I've talked to I think all the translators, and I think some of the performers. It turns out that the number of people who are interested enough in Klingon to be able to translate a play is low enough that at one point, I believe we were all of us in the entire world in the same Facebook group.
That's great.
Yeah. In fact, actually, really early on in the channel's history, I brought on a few people from the Facebook group Klingon Horjat, which is just Klingon for Klingon speakers. Which, just to join it, you kind of have to know what the heck it is.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, and to some extent, like, just applying is like, well, this guy probably knows what's up. But they did actually make you, like, give why you wanted to join, but you had to give it in, like, grammatical Klingon, so it was like, all right.
That's cool.
It was much harder to get into that Facebook group than the Learn Klingon Facebook group that I was also in, because in that one, you could just come in. And then every once in a while, we'd have someone come in and say, like, hey, is this a good translation? And, like, we start reading it, and it's just absolute gibberish until you decide to, like, look up what the simple gloss is for each of those words, and then just translate the sentence word by word as its gloss, and then suddenly it's this kind of English. And it's like, oh, no.
They're trying.
Yeah,
I need to get back to trying to learn Klingon.
It's a fun language. I don't know. I have fun with it. It's not.
I need to.
I was pretty happy.
It's reasonably easy.
I was pretty happy with my Klingon that I did recently for the the show. I was pretty happy with that.
You did really well.
Thank you. It took me a couple of takes, but I don't.
Actually, I think one of your
necessarily
earliest takes was the best one.
The first, yeah, you were like the first take is the best take. I'm like perfect because then I just started like doing things like yelling, being like I'm gonna make my Klingon sound more German. This is a really good way to fudge a language is just yelling.
Actually, weirdly enough, Klingon is more like Spanish phonetically than it is like German.
Phonetically, yes.
Like the vowels are basically identical to Spanish's vowels. Like if you know how to pronounce all 5 vowels in Spanish, good job. You now know Klingon vowels. Well done, everybody.
My biggest thing with learning like language and trying to do languages, I am actually medically tongue-tied. So I have trouble with guttural stops and I have trouble trilling R's.
I mean, you could learn a language that doesn't have trilled R's. Learn Japanese.
I could also just like take a knife to my tongue, but you know.
Why not?
Okay,
both?
that seems a little bit more extreme than just learning Japanese, but okay.
Why not both?
My dentist offered to clip my tongue for me like a few years ago. I'm like, no, I don't need to. And I'm like, you know, I should have had him do it because I could trill R's then, or I could do like guttural stops better. And for anybody who doesn't know, when you're medically tongue-tied, the little flap under your tongue that holds your tongue down, mine goes all the way to the very tip of my tongue. I cannot stick my tongue out. I cannot pull my tongue to the back of my throat.
Okay, all that's left of this is now adding the number of tubes we want. And
I say we need at least 2 from the mask.
Yeah, we definitely need like these, right? We need ones that basically do that. But we gotta make him look like he's got a swirly mustache. But
Do we?
no, we don't. We don't need to. But we do want something like this. And then something like probably down and up. Like that. I have to tweak that. But we also need the chair. The chair is the part that I am now like about.
So from a mechanical tube standpoint, I would say bring them almost straight down till about the collarbone and then bring them up over the shoulders. And the reason I say that is if you don't have that 90-degree bend, that kind of extra bend, he can't turn his head.
He needs the space. He needs the space.
Because when you turn your head, like if the tubes go straight off to the side,
yeah,
they're going to be kind of like the reins on a horse. They're going to hold his head in place. So they need to come down, straight down, and then turn. And then they need to go at least to collarbone, if not down lower.
There we go.
And yeah, like something like that. Because if they go lower, they look kind of more like vestiges, more like some sort of a symbol thing.
Yeah.
But that will allow him to actually move his head from side to side.
We assume he needs to turn his head.
It's probably a good assumption.
You can't glare at the people next to you for screwing up if you can't turn your head.
You have to
That is a
turn
great
your
point.
whole- you got to do
That is an
Batman,
important. That is an important leadership. That is an
turn your
important
whole
leadership role.
torso. I feel like we can do something like this. Yeah, there we go. Bring that outfit together a little bit more. Ah, now he's got clothes on.
Most societies do require that.
All right, Dapper, what do you think of this guy so far? Are we good? We like this?
Let's see. I mean, I'm probably gonna add some manipulator arms and a gun arm and some
Yeah, definitely add arms.
mechadendrites.
Definitely add arms to him. Yeah, definitely add arms.
But yeah, I think it works. I'll probably also add some like imperial like suspensor things for his floatiness.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're gonna be adding like some of the religious iconography and stuff to like the chair and to like giving him like extra arms coming out like here or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely part of the
Potentially one
plan.
that's holding a skull.
Yeah, there might actually be a mechadendrite that just ends in a servo skull.
I think we're gonna need to
Skulls are cool.
bring the chair up here.
I have nearly bought the Brachiosaurus skull 3D print files so many times for my mini.
Does the chair need to be above? I don't know. I feel like if the chair is above, he's less imposing.
I kind of like the chair forming the egg shape, but I actually might turn it into a like a quarter circle arch.
Yeah.
So like a Gothic arch.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got the arch, and then I've got it cut off right here, right, like down here.
And like the back of the arch might have a 40K style plasma reactor on the back of it.
Yes, adding like goober nonsense and like stuff sticking out, but like all over the place. Yeah.
The next character we make is not. I'm not going to have that freedom because she's not going to have all sorts of crazy nonsense sticking out.
The next character we've got is going to be a lady.
Yep. I actually randomly rolled for the gender on both of these.
That's cool.
I did not care. I was like, all right, my normal thing for when I don't care if an NPC is male or female or man or woman or whatever else. I roll a die. Odd numbers. That's going to be a man. Even numbers, that's going to be a woman. This is how I do it. Yeah. And like, why did I pick even and odd that way? I don't know. I don't remember.
I use a very similar system, except I use a D20, and I actually have a nat 1 as androgynous, and the party will get it right, and a nat 20 as androgynous, and the party will get it wrong.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh, do I own a copy of English as She Spoke? I don't, Jillian Wren. I would like to own a copy of English as She Spoke. That would be pretty awesome. Gotta say, that would be great.
This.
Oh, right.
Yeah, alright, so all that's left for this is, like, basically just the chair. Like, I feel like the character is, like, framed pretty well here. And then it's just the
I agree.
chair. Are we good with this? Are we happy with this?
Yeah. I might also add a hood, but I think actually I would rather that you draw him without the hood, because a hood is relatively easy to make.
Yeah, you
but
can
it's very
throw
hard
that on
to
top.
see through.
Yeah, you can throw that on top. Alright, so I'm gonna stick with this, like... Well, fuck you. But that's fine. Drawing on the wrong layer can't be me! I've never done that before in my life.
Look, none of us that work in digital art have ever worked on the wrong layer for hours on end and then went to close the layer and went, oh crap, I just screwed everything up. That's never happened, not once ever.
In my defense, this, like, only happened right now. And also, didn't matter. In any way, shape, or form. Okay, so now I gotta do a
I've
side
also
view.
never worked for hours without saving and then had it crash.
Actually, no, I've definitely done hours without saving, and then actually very rarely have I ever had it crash on me while I've been working for hours. I think that's only ever happened to me, like, maybe twice.
Jillian Wren, I have put English as She Spoke on my wish list at your recommendation.
I would also like to point out, real quick, that I also do this thing that is delete your art.
What does that involve other than just deleting art?
That's all it is. To delete your art. Sometimes when you lose something, it's meant to be lost. Leave it. Let it be lost.
Okay.
Does this file not have an extra large jaw? I totally bought this Rhinosaurus skull. It was 89 cents.
Nice.
Oh, for anybody. Oh, look, he's sussy. He's among us.
Well, I have guests, so I'm going to disappear.
Okay, goodbye.
It's been great hanging out with you all. I look forward to doing it again.
Later.
Laters.
Who was that guy?
Yeah, who was that guy? Anybody who's interested in Oxygen Not Included, it's on sale right now for like $10.
It's a pretty darn good price right there.
Yeah, it also just got a quality of life update, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Egg chair. I am now working on the halfway point.
Excellent.
The side view. Brains.
Brain and brain. What is brain?
What is brain? What do be? How are you got pregante? Preganinant?
One of the greatest videos of all time.
Oh, it is one of the best videos on the internet. I had a handful of videos that I was watching just because it's been like so long since I watched them, and they're so funny to me. And one of them is that one. And one of them is if I was going through something, would you be there for me? No, absolutely not. Whatever you're going through, I hope it sucks. I love that one. I also I really like the one of the more recent ones is the Among Us me saw who with that guy and now that guy is dead. The Luigi board, the Luiga board, the Wedja board. No, I've never seen that video. I don't know what you mean.
It's basically the same thing as Preganinant.
Preganinant.
Like, some of those I could kind of get, but some of them I was just like, come on, man.
Wait.
There's no way that that's what you think that word is supposed to be.
There's no way this is how you think that is spelled.
Right. Like, are you just high?
Maybe.
Yeah, they might be.
Might be. That might be the answer.
And hey, good for them.
Yeah, I ain't judging. I think that's probably a reasonable thing to be sometimes.
Yeah. Like when someone's streaming to your channel and, you know, you're just hanging out doing some chill dwarf stuff.
And you trust that they're not going to ruin your channel while you're not paying attention.
They haven't yet. Although sometimes it's been close, so I don't know.
We Bumbleway, can't be me.
Chesh, the channel destroyer.
Wouldn't be the first one, won't be the last.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I go and ruin this person's entire career. I have ruined more than one YouTube career in my life at this point.
You have.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Although to be fair, those people deserved it.
Yeah, hey, of course. Because why would I if I didn't believe they deserved it?
Still means I need to be cautious.
A little bit. I'm a little bit volatile. I'm a little bit dangerous. She's a maniac. I know what I am.
Yeah, you're a goblin.
Yeah. I make no qualms.
We all know.
Yeah, I tell everybody. I let them know. It's not my fault they decided to fight me.
It's like, it's in this username. Come on, man. This isn't a surprise.
Yeah. I warn people. I tell them straight up what's going on. If they don't heed the warning, it's not my fault. I've messed up this egg shape a little bit. That's okay. The maniac. I mean, most of this you wouldn't actually be able... I'm kind of drawing through the chair so that way you'll be able to see.
Yeah, that's important for me.
Yeah.
Also, if you could line them up and make sure that, like, the horizontal or vertically, sorry, things more or less line up.
Yeah. I'm gonna manipulate all that after. Realistically, this is just the rough of the front or the side view, and I'm gonna mess with it again anyway. So
yeah, I mean, you don't have to have everything completely done by the time we end this stream.
I'm doing my best to get as much as I can done.
And I appreciate it. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
the next part of this is going to be, like, you know, in a week. So
yeah.
If you just get, like, this is what I'm going for, this is the basic outline, and I'm going to get a more exact reference.
Yes.
Fine by me.
That is sort of what I'm doing, but also, like, I'm trying to get a little bit further than that. So we have, like, some more to work with.
Yeah.
If it can't be destroyed by the Chesh, it should be destroyed by the Chesh. If violence isn't solving your problem, you're not using enough of it. Actually, one of the ones I used to like, I enjoyed, I think it was slightly before high school, I was like, if everything can be smashed, the trick is finding the right way to smash it.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Listen, I have a very particular set of skills. That's what I'm going with.
Jeez.
It's, I mean, like, come on. Come on, man.
Like I said, okay, Liam.
I know. I have a very particular set of skills, and it has to do with ruining people's time on the internet. It's not a very lucrative skill. But it is a skill nonetheless.
Yes.
Or at least I haven't found a way to make it lucrative. But that might just be me being incompetent, to be fair.
Who, you?
Me incompetent? Never.
Uh-uh.
No, can't be me. To be fair, I'm probably the most competent goblin you've ever met.
Yeah, but that's a low bar.
That is a low bar.
It's like, look, this is the biggest chihuahua you've ever seen. I'm like, yeah. That's true.
Technically true.
Norm puts for $5 said, is there a reason the Imperial I think you mean palace is so big. It seems comically oversized for any conceivable purpose it could have. So the thing is that it is basically the administrative and also to some degree archival hub of the entire Imperium. And so the Imperial Palace is a lot more than just where the Emperor is. So like that's where like the High Lords of Terra are gonna meet. That's where you're gonna collect like tithe reports from the entire Imperium. There's a lot that goes on there.
It kind of makes me think of that one, the accountant from, like, the accounting planet in Futurama.
Yeah.
I don't like
but I mean, also, some of it is just to be absurdly big, right? That is part of the point of why the setting is presenting us with this vision of Terra in the future.
Yeah.
It is to be absurd. So there is an aspect in which, yeah, that's what it is. Their lore excuse is that it is, in fact, like the administrative and to some degree military hub of an empire of 1 million worlds. So, like,
it would have to be big.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a pretty good excuse.
So, yeah.
If you're gonna come up with one, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, there's a lore reason, and does it make sense completely? Well, not completely.
They probably haven't explained every function of an entire multi-galaxy spread accounting.
It is also where all of the custodians live, so there is that.
Gotta be big for them.
Yeah, they gotta live somewhere. And where is the Imperial Palace? And so now, yeah, they're a little bit more active than they were, but like that wasn't always the case. Also, a lot of what is in the Imperial Palace is stuff that was used, like the Emperor's like gene vaults and whatnot. But like, well, there's not a whole lot of use for that anymore. But that doesn't mean it gets destroyed, because you're not going to destroy the Emperor's stuff, right? What if he wakes up and he's like, "Hey, where's my stuff?"
That's true.
And you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we destroyed it." He's gonna be so pissed.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Like, but that was where my stuff was. Exactly. See, Chesh gets it.
I paid attention in class.
You did. Yeah, and now you finally get all the heresy memes.
Maybe not all of them, but I have a better understanding.
Yeah. You at least understand the idea of why someone might send a heresy meme.
I understand the concepts now. It's like when Landon tells me something or is explaining something to me that's like really complicated. I don't know it, but I understand the concept.
Yeah.
Which, I think is pretty good, considering most of these things get explained to me over the course of a couple of hours and then never come up again sometimes.
To be fair, the Warhammer stuff has come up a fair bit.
Well, yeah, now my Discord has a whole fucking bunch of Warhammer shit in it. And I'm like, ah.
I'm spreading it.
It is. It's spreading. It's spreading like Phyrexia. God damn it.
I have no regrets.
I think my favorite bit about Star Trek lore is the war between the Klingons and the Tribbles.
Yeah, where the Klingons just kind of genocided the crap out of the Tribbles, because fuck those guys.
And also because if you don't, you're doomed.
Well, yeah, there's a little bit of that, too.
It's like the only time a genocide is, like, actually the correct answer is, like, we literally have no other option here or we're all dead.
I mean, hey, the U.S. government basically spearheaded the extinction of the guinea worm, and it looks like that's just gonna actually happen. So,
haven't we
fucked the guinea worm?
Yeah, haven't we extincted a couple of, like, viruses? Does that count as, like, genocide? I don't know if that counts. I don't know. Does that reach the definition?
Well, how about this? If it does count as genocide, then so does the Tribble extinction. If it doesn't, then neither does the Tribble extinction.
I think the Tribble one should count.
You think that because they're cute and fluffy?
Well, yeah, but also because they probably need to be genocided, and because if they're not, they're going to destroy everything. I mean, they can have their own fucking world, but I feel like if you let the Tribbles have their own world, they just end up destroying their own world and themselves because they consume everything.
Well, first of all, no, because they have natural predators on their home world. They're adapted to, deal with it. But also the Klingons did destroy them on their home world, too.
Oh, well, also that.
Yeah.
Maybe,
they were like, nope,
all
not
right,
a single trace.
Maybe the Klingons went a little too far. Maybe.
The Klingons? I don't know, seems far-fetched.
They would never.
Yeah. They're always so reasonable.
I feel like this guy's got scoliosis for sure.
They understand that feudalism is actually the governmental system of the future.
That's interesting.
I mean, it's the governmental system of Dune in the first few books, and the Imperium in Warhammer, so,
I do not know what the best form of government is. Theoretically, I think that the best form of government on paper might be the benevolent tyrant, but
it's not goblinocracy?
Goblinocracy? The goblin.
See, the problem with governments.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Is that the form that seems like the best idea in terms of what could give you the best outcome is also usually one that could give you absolutely horrible outcomes if the worst comes to pass. And here's the problem with governments.
Yeah.
The worst
will
comes
come
to
to
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you really need to do is you need to figure out a way to make the government be the least harmful it can be. And
it has to be the least. It has to be the least harmful. While being the least harmful, the most efficient that it can be to do the best, to have the best outcome. And like the balance of that is cracked.
It's also not going to be the same in every country because there are going to be cultural differences that make certain institutions a better fit than others.
More viable, yeah. There's a lot of that going on. Because you have to like keep in mind that you have to keep the people as being a part of it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the U.S. has always been really, well, actually, I mean, colonial powers broadly have always been really bad at, is figuring out which institutions, if you're trying to do nation building, do you need to actually preserve? Because it's not none of them, I can promise you.
Yeah.
That society has some institutions that are effective at keeping some aspect of society going, and your disruption of it is not going to be helpful.
It's not even.
Which is generally why nation building. Well, it's one of the reasons why nation building is generally really fucking dumb.
I don't know, man. I'm not. Communism kind of sounds good on paper if it's just on paper, but it doesn't really work because people.
Uh-oh, careful! You're about to get that wasn't real communism.
Oh, okay.
Because I do find it whenever
the benevolent tyrant, right? The problem with the benevolent tyrant is that the benevolent tyrant doesn't exist. Like it's not real. That's like so you can't. It might be the best option on paper, but the benevolent tyrant can't exist. It's an impossibility.
It's like saying, what if we made Legolas our king? Well, you can't, so who cares?
Yeah, right? Like, you might have a good king sometime. You could have a tyrant who seems benevolent for the most part. But the thing is, you can't be benevolent to everybody. The thing with being a king or in charge of something means that there's going to have to be sacrifices made. And how are you going to ensure that the benevolent tyrant is benefiting the most amount of people? It's just like how it seems like a really good idea to have your leaders be trained and taught how to be leaders, but then you have this nepotism problem where you can't get new ideas in because you have to do X, Y, and Z, and that's how you get king problems and blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, yada. It doesn't work. Because you have essentially what I'm saying at the end of the day, you need the elemental chaos. Because without the element of chaos and the rotation of things like switching between one thing and the other to keep things balanced, they might not seem balanced when they're here, and they might not seem balanced if they're here if you're only looking at here and here, but when you look at the whole picture, it balances out more. I said the word. I didn't say bird.
And that is the word, as I have come to understand it.
I mean, I did just say it now, but that doesn't count.
Well, yeah, that doesn't count.
Okay, I'm not going to draw his hand so you can kind of see better, and then I'll draw like a hand somewhere else. But I feel like you know what the goobery hands look like. I don't really know how much you
yeah.
That. Okay, does this guy look right to you? Does this make sense? Does this follow?
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna definitely be adding some robes to him, and
yeah, I got robe hands, and I got robe. Like you can see, the robe's obviously better here, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to be able to make it so you could kind of see like the internal. So the robe, because if the robes cover everything, you're not going to be able to make this bean shape. He's a bean.
Also, can I see both of his eyes? What's going on with that? Oh, that's the bridge of the respirator. Oh, going up his nose. Got it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes are up here.
Okay. Yeah, I think that can work. And yeah, if you want, we can after the show you can like get all the proportions to line up exactly.
Yeah, I want to just do a quick test while we're here to just to see if we kind of got it the right-ish amount. That's actually pretty close.
Yeah, eyeballing it, it looks like it's going to be pretty...
Not bad. Oh, this actually needs to be up here. Yeah, so that's a little bit off. It's a little bit lower in the egg. But that's just a matter of changing the egg. Changing the egg is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Make them a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's pretty darned close. His torso needs to be a little bit bigger, but other than that, I think we kind of got it.
Yeah, as Athens points out, at certain points in the setting, chaos was like just banned being talked about. Like you just couldn't talk about it. Couldn't let people know that it's a thing. But the Era Indomitus has made that a little bit less of a hard and fast rule.
I understand what you mean now. Okay, so we're just gonna make this a little bit bigger. So
oh yeah, by like chaos. That's a meaningful word for you now.
Oh. There we go. So if we make his chest a little bit bigger like that, that should be good. And then we just make this orb wider. Like this, and that should be that should be about right. That should be pretty close at the very least. And then like when I do like a more line art version, because again these are still like mostly in the sketch phase. So there should be like brain in here being brainy. But what I'll do is I'll like, here's the line that goes to the top of his head, and here's the line that goes through where his eyes are, and here's the bottom of his chin, and here's the, so that needs to be like elongated a little bit, and yada yada yada. Here's where like the thing comes down to, and here's the, so like, considering I drew these completely separately, that's pretty on model for the first try, I gotta say. I'm a little bit happy with that.
Yeah.
Alright. How long have we been live for? What time is it?
A little over 2 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. Is that, do you want to stop here?
I mean, I think it's a fine stopping point if this is a good point for you.
Okay, yeah, this is good for me. Let me save this. What's the, hold on, you need to, I'm going to save as, I need to make, I don't want to save it in, I'll save it in art for now, but then I'll make a folder for Wrath and Glory. What's this guy's name?
Okay. Fabricator Locum Archmagos Macrotek Samoel, oh sorry.
Fabricator
Locum L-O-C-U-M
L-O-C-U-M, yep.
Archmagos A-R-C-H-M-A-G-O-S
M-A-G-O-S
Macrotek M-A-C-R-O-T-E-K
T-E-K
Samoel S-A-M-O-E-L
O-E-L
Caesennianus C-A-E-S-E-N-N-I-A-N-U-S.
Oh, wait, C-N-N-I-A-U-S?
C-A-E-S-E-N-N-I-A-N-U-S.
N-U-S. Oh, it's close. Okay, yep.
Of Forge World, that's 3 words.
Yep.
Avachrus. A-V-A-C-H-R-U-S.
Okay. Fabricator Locum Archmagos Macrotek Samoel it's a K sound, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Caesennianus of Forge World
Caesennianus.
I did my best, alright, that's what you're getting.
Okay.
I did my best! And now
Chesh
at the
probably
top,
won't be one of our Mechanicus characters.
now at the top of the screen, everybody should be able to see that it is saved as that name at the top.
Yes, Fabricator Locum Archmagos Macrotek Samoel Caesennianus of Forge World of Avachrus.
I did my best. I did my best, sir.
I believe you, and I think you did quite well.
Thank you. All right, ready to leave? What do you want to tell people? And I'll end this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna mostly do news for here, but like I've got a full suite of shows coming up next week. I'm also going to be doing a New Year's stream on that. I think it's a Wednesday. So
yeah, Wednesday is the 31st. Yeah.
Yeah, so that Wednesday, and I believe Chesh is supposed to be there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there, and then Dapper's also gonna be on my channel on Sunday to talk about more Warhammer lore.
Yeah. So, if that's the kind of stuff that you like, then good news.
Good news, everyone.
Yeah. So, yeah, next week the plan is that Chesh is going to basically finish up getting all of this stuff here with like final line work instead of sketch work done, and then send that to me. And then on the next Friday, we're gonna hang out, and I'm gonna do 3D aspects of this. So I'm gonna start like making that big barrel chest thing, adding figuring out a way to get the egg shape to read well in 3D, stuff like that. So yeah.
So join us for that, and
Yeah.
we'll be around, and share and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Okay, bye.
Bye.